Ayan, so we are now on, of course, quarter one pa rin tayo, week number 4, and we will be dealing with two topics or two milks for this afternoon. So we have Metamorphism and the formation of Igneous rocks. Ayan po ang magiging topics po natin this afternoon. So samahan niyo po kami ni Tutor Jules sa next 40 minutes ng pagtalakay sa mga topics na ito. Next na po. Ayan, so 4 o'clock to 4:40 is your Earth and Life Science Monday. Next na po. Ayan. So are they ready, Tutor Jules? Ano bang kailangan nilang gawin?
Okay, sana nasa part na sila ng house nila na strong ang internet connection, prepare their
Yes.
notebook and ballpen for the important concept, and prepare yourself.
Ayan. So once again, ito po, we are saying congratulations sa ating mga hashtag mahusay na mga teachers, schools, and of course, our ALS students for week number 3 na ginanap yan last week. So we discussed about Earth's internal heat and magnetism. So sino nga po bang ating mga senior high school teachers of the week, Tutor Jules?
Okay,
Ayan.
the Earth and Life Science Teachers of the Week. From Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School, Davao City, Ma'am Genevieve M. Pepito.
Ayan.
Ma'am Malu Bataan from Polon National High School, Valenzuela City. Uy, may bago. And
Yes,
from
may bago.
Dinapigan National High School, Isabela, Ma'am Aurora E. Verganio.
Ayan. So actually marami pa po tayong mga bagong teachers, mga schools na nagsusupport po sa atin. So tiningnan ko kasi yung replay, Tutor Jules. Ang daming sections from this school. So we are now acknowledging the ELS Schools of the Week for week number 3, starting off with our first school, Jones Rural School from Jones. Tama po ba kaya? Sana tama yung pronunciation ko, Jones or
Tama,
Jones.
sir. Tama, sir.
Jones, Province of Isabela. Siyempre kasama dyan ang ating suki from Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School. Hindi mo bumibitiw mula week number 1. Ayan, tuloy-tuloy tayong sana samahan hanggang matapos ang ating course. That is
Yes
from
po.
Davao City, Davao del Sur. Sino pa, Tutor Jules?
From
Polo
National High School, Palasan, Valenzuela City. At Dinapigue National High School.
Sa
From
Dinapigue, ayan,
Isabela.
Isabela. Special shout out lang, Tutor Jules, no? So may nakilala kasi akong teacher, si Ma'am Early Fat Zosa. So I hope she's watching right now. Hello, Ma'am Early. She's from Buena Vista National High School from Gihilngan City, Negros Oriental. So lagi din po siya nakishare ng ating mga sessions sa kanyang mga Facebook social media accounts. Ayan, ginagamit nila ang ating mga sessions. And of course, we'd also like to say congratulations sa ating mga mahuhusay na students of the week. We have Madeleine, Natalia, Samantha, Adrian, RJ. Ang dami nila this week. Sino pa ba, Tutor Jules?
Dami nila.
Yes.
Neil, Vanessa, Patricia, Mars, Jane, and Lorenzo.
Okay. And ang ating top 3 last week. Ayan. So congratulations, mahusay. We have Rhea, Colin, and Linwell, our star students last week. So once again, congratulations sa inyong lahat. Yes, pagbati mula kay Tutor Tony at saka kay Tutor Jules. Take it away, Tutor Jules. What are our milks for this afternoon?
Okay. For the objectives for this session, based from milk. 1, describe the physical and chemical changes in rocks due to changes in pressure and temperature, or known as metamorphism. And compare and contrast the formation of the different types of igneous rocks. So let us review the lesson presented to you last time. What are the 2 primary sources of the Earth's internal heat? So based from the image, can you still remember the formation of the Earth? So that is from the heat is originated from the formation of the Earth, which is known as the primordial heat.
Yes.
Okay. And then let's have the next is from the heat from the spontaneous decay from heavy unstable element like thorium-232, the potassium-40, or uranium-238. So what is that source of heat? The radiogenic heat. And let's have the processes responsible for the transfer of heat. So based from the illustration, let's have number 1. In number 1, it is na-reveal na yung sagot agad, ano? So
Yes,
that
it's
is the
conduction.
transfer of heat in contact of molecules. And then for number two, that is the based from the illustration, the movement of the particles of the liquid in a pan. So that is convection. And the transfer of heat. So based from the arrow, that is the ray of light from the flame, and that is the radiation. So let us proceed to the next. The melting in the mantle requires one of the three possible events. So what are these events? Look at this
Yes.
illustration. If you can still remember, the hot magma is in contact with the uh, rock. That is an increase in temperature. Another
Mm-hmm.
event, that is the upward movement of the magma. So the decompression melting exists normally exists in mid-ocean reeds. That is known as a decrease of pressure.
Pressure.
Okay, next is the flux melting. What is that event in flux melting? There is an addition of volatiles like
Yun.
water.
Very
And we
active ang ating
discussed
mga...
about the magmatism. Ayun, nakireview na rin sila. The
Yes.
convection,
Oo. We
yes,
can see
John
your
Patrick
answers.
Legaspi, thank you. And
Thank you for
number
your
three, Janet
answers.
Balabar. Okay, thank you. And next is we have the magmatism. In magmatism, that is the formation of magma and the movement of magma underneath. And we discussed also the difference between the magma and lava. They are both you may answer this picture while I'm describing 1 and 2. Sige, pwede nyo nang isulat,
Yes.
i-type. So, what is the
Asan dyan yung
difference between
magma
magma and
tsaka lava?
lava? So, they are the same molten rock, but they are differ in their location. So, in number one, that is inside. Number one, inside, that is magma. And located outside, that is ejected by the volcano, that is lava. Okay, next. So this is the first objective of this session. Based from the image, there is an increasing of metamorphic grade from low grade to high grade, which in with increasing temperature and increasing pressure condition. So, what is all about metamorphism? Okay, you are right, Daniela. One is magma and two is lava. So, proceed. What is metamorphism? These are the examples of metamorphism. So, metamorphism is the change that takes place within a body rock as a result of it being subjected to condition. By the way, metamorphism, it is the transform, to make it simple, it is the transformation of one rock to another type of rock. Based from the etymology or the origin of the word, it is from the Greek word meta. Meta means change, and morphe, which means form. So it is normally they're called chains rock. Okay, metamorphic rocks, those are the chains rocks. So all types of rocks can change. So what are these rocks? Sample. Um, the granite becomes nice. Granite is an example of intrusive igneous rock. Then becomes nice. Nice is metamorphic rock. And another example, here the sandstone becomes quartzite. A sandstone is the type of it is under sedimentary rock, and then quartzite is metamorphic rock. And the last example, it's shale. The shale from sedimentary rock becomes slate, and slate is an example of metamorphic rock. So all
Shale
types of
is, ano
rock.
ma'am, shale is metamorphic already. So shale, metamorphic, matatransform pa siya into another metamorphic rock.
So it's metamorphic already. From the
Yes.
other reference, it is stated that sedimentary. Okay, so shale to slate, that is metamorphic to metamorphic. So let us identify the words related to the process of metamorphism. Guys, you are going to type the words related to the related to the process of metamorphism. So all you have to do, you are going to type heat if it is included in the process of metamorphism. So Look at this. We have the heat, volcanic rock, pressure, fluid, mantle, temperature, weathering, and cementation. So, is heat is related to the process of metamorphism? Yes, it is. Okay, how about volcanic rock? It is included. Then the fluid, the pressure, the fluid, the mantle, and the temperature. How about weathering and cementation? Is that included? No. So, oops. Ayan. So, weathering and cementation, hindi sila kasali. Those are under exogenic process based from the discussion last time. Okay, so next, let's have the definition of metamorphic rock. The metamorphic rocks form at the surface of the earth through the process of metamorphism with recrystallization. So it's the transformation of one rock to another type of rock, and there is a recrystallization process. When we say recrystallization, it is the formation from the original crystal and they form another crystal again. So recrystallization due to the changes in pressure and temperature. And then here is the scheme for the metamorphic rock identification. It is the systematic plan to identify the metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rocks are classified based on the texture. Is it foliated and non-foliated? So if it is non-foliated, the particles are random. In foliated, there is a line, they are banded or layered. In terms of grain size, they are classified also according to grain size. Look at the grain size. Okay, from fine, so it is fine to medium, medium to coarse. So that is based on the depth from from fine to medium to coarse. Same also with the non-foliated, fine to coarse, and to coarse. In terms of composition, the foliated consists of mica, quartz, feldspar, amphibole, garnet, and pyroxene. While in non-foliated, consists of different minerals and contains also in fine to coarse grain size. It is made up of quartz, calcite, and or dolomite. And the type of metamorphism, we discussed it before about the contact metamorphism and regional metamorphism to be explained again later on. And each type, there is a given example and there is a given map symbol uh, for each type of rock, like the slate for fine grain, the peelite fine to medium, the size, nice and medium to coarse, the hornfels, fine, quartzite, fine to coarse, same with the marble, and the metaconglomerate, which is quartz. These are the factors or agents of metamorphism. So when we say factors or agent, they makes the reaction faster. So if you can still remember in terms of heat, in the process of magmatism, it is almost the same, right? Look, one factor or agent of metamorphism is heat. Heat is very important in the chemical reaction. It provides the energy to drive the chemical chains. So let us compare the factors or agent of metamorphism. Let us compare to magmatism. Last time magmatism, di ba? In magmatism, there is an increase of heat, and the temperature normally in magmatism is 1,000 degrees Celsius above. Okay, that is the condition. But in metamorphism, heat, the condition, the transformation of one rock to another type of rock, it is range from 200 to 1,000 degrees Celsius. So that is only the required heat for the metamorphism. And then for the pressure, if you can still remember, it's different to magmatism. In magmatism, there is a decrease in pressure, but in metamorphism, there is an increase in pressure. Okay, just like heat, it also increases with depth, and the buried rocks are subjected to the force of stress. Okay, so heat and pressure, the heat increases, same also with the pressure as the depth increases. And the last one is chemically active fluid. The chemically active fluid, if you can still remember in weathering, chemical weathering, when water is added in hydrolysis, when water is absorbed by the when the rock absorbed the water, there is a transformation, or there's a new formation of the composition of the rock. It weaken. It weakened the structure of the rock. Nagiging clay siya, di ba? So, same also with here, the chemical active fluids refers to the water. Normally, water contains ions like sodium ion, calcium ion, what else? Other ions that mix with the solution. So, the water-containing ions enhances the metamorphic process. So those are the three factors or agent of metamorphism: the heat, pressure, increase of heat, increase of pressure, and chemically active fluids. And here, the two types of metamorphism: the transformation of the rock into a new rock. One is contact. Okay, we discussed it before. It is in contact metamorphism. It is mainly by heat due to contact with magma. So in terms of temperature, contact metamorphism normally that is range from 300 to 1,000. So there is a transformation of that rock into another type of rock. And then here in regional metamorphism, that is in um, regional, that is wider, or mas malawak yung space na sakop nito, and there is a change in pressure and temperature over large region of the crust. Normally exists in convergence zone. Okay, so that is the difference between contact and regional. In contact by heat, while in regional there is a pressure and temperature. Here are the types of metamorphic rock: foliated and non-foliated. In foliated, okay, the evidence of the stripe or the layered, okay, visible, the layered of the rock. And non-foliated, the particles are randomly distributed. The next, the types of metamorphic rock under non-foliated, they are non-layered, mainly due to heat from contact metamorphism. So there is a recrystallization of minerals there. So that is the structure, the physical structure. For the foliated or layered metamorphic rocks, mainly due to pressure from regional metamorphism. And there is a formation of line, okay, based from the presented to you, based from the picture while ago, from regional metamorphism, di ba, sa convergent zone or convergent boundaries, both side, okay, there are stress on both side yan. Both side dito sa gilid and then on the other side. So in that way, there is a formation of a new type of rock. So nagkakaroon siya ng layer. And then in another example of foliated metamorphic rock, this is the slate, the gneiss, and pillite. Kitang-kita yung kanyang layer, right? And non-foliated metamorphic rocks, example, the hornfels, the pink marble, the quartzite, and skarn. So now, ready to answer this assessment. Okay, you're going to type your answer. So which of the following words is not associated with metamorphism? A, heat, B, mantle, C, pressure, D, weathering. So while we are waiting to your answer, so good afternoon, Ma'am Ella May Accorda of 12 Diamond, listening and learning from LFG Diamantina National High School. Wow, hello sa mga taga Diamantina National High School. Cabanatuan East District, Diamantina, Cabanatuan, Isabela. Okay, reaching new heights together. Hello, Ma'am Ella. And then another from Kaibiga High School. Oy, may sagot na sila. Okay, your the answer is letter D. Okay, you got the correct answer. It's weathering. So, sinong mga nakakuha? John, Patrick, ay lahat yata. So, Natalia, Nicole, John Patrick, Elizabeth, Alea, Jonette, ay ang dami, mahaba. Okay, so thank you so much. Let us proceed to the next question. For the next question, what is the effect of heat and pressure in rocks as there is an increase in depth? A. Palation, surfaces shine. B. Low-grade metamorphism. C. Grain size becomes coarse. D. Increase in mineral alignment. Okay, so while I'm waiting, hello, pa-shout out po. Yes, RJ Reliora of 11 ABM from Kaibiga High School. Hello, anak. And from Maridel and Madela, grade 12 Emerald. From Diamantina National High School, Cabatuan. Ay, may bagong school. From Diamantina High School. Okay, so ready na tayo sa number 2. Good afternoon from Elizabeth Frias, watching from Kaibiga High School, 11 Humes. Hello na, thank you. And the correct answer is letter C. The grain size becomes coarse. Okay, so as the temperature increase in depth, increase in temperature, increase in pressure, and what will happen to the grain size becomes coarse. Okay. Thank you. You are right. Letter C, Jaya Oche. Ayun, nalampas na. Number 2, Shekina Micaela Patigayon. You are right. Thank you. For number 3, what are the main factors for contact metamorphism to occur? A. Air and water. B. Heat and reactive fluid. C. Temperature and water. D. Pressure and temperature. Okay, still watching Adrian Alvarez. Hello, Adrian. So, you may now answer number 3. Comments, how about here? Okay, are you ready for number 3? How about the other school? From Clara, still in number 1. But for number 3, Joanna, from Joanna Marie ABM Smith, Novaliches High School. Hello, from 11 Smith, Novaliches High School. Okay na ba tayo sa number 3? For number 3, it's letter B, heat and reactive fluid. Okay? For number 3, it's letter B. So what are the main factors from the contact metamorphism? Bakit kayo sa pressure and temperature? The pressure and temperature that is in regional metamorphism. Contact metamorphism. The contact metamorphism that is in the heat and the reactive fluid. Okay, increase in temperature and the reactive fluid normally exists in subduction zone. Okay, yung letter D, yan ay dun sa regional metamorphism. Okay, watching from Alibadabad National High School. Hello po. Okay, for number 4, foliation of lineation happens among performed rocks due to A. Pressure and recrystallization of rocks. B. Eruption of magma from mantle to the crust. C. Increase in temperature in the surrounding area. D. Increase in volume of water as the rock's depth increases. Okay, please type now your answer in number 4. So, hello from 11 Helium, Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School, Davao City. Hello. Another. Pa-shout out po. Maria Daniela Mercado, watching from 11 ABM of Kaibiga High School. Okay, now in number 4, the answer is letter A. You're right, Nicole. Yung dating tapo, nakita ko po rin nandyan. Fighting hanggang matapos tayo. Okay, number 4, it's letter A. You are right. Jessa de la Cruz. And Marites Salvador Galut. Your answer is letter A. You're right. Pressure and recrystallization of rocks. And next, the last one. Summer is walking down the river when she sees an unknown metamorphic rock. Which of the following characteristic can best help her to immediately identify the type of metamorphism that the rock underwent using a magnifying glass? So, anong gagawin niya? Is it, anong madaling identify? Foliation, grain size, name of the rock, the kind of mineral present in the rock. Okay, pa-shout out Laika Aranas of grade 11 Helium watching from Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School. Hello sa inyo, taga Daniel R. National High School. And the answer is in number 5, it's letter B. You're right, RJ Estorninos. You're right, Daniela Mercado. And Samantha Padayo. Talaga, consistent Samantha. And the formation of igneous rock. So for the second objective for this session, the formation of igneous rock. Igneous rock from igneous, which means fire, and there is an element of heat, okay? Igneous, which means fire, and then it is the solidification and crystallization of magma and lava. Then it is classified also according to the origin, texture, and mineral composition to be explained further as we go on. So proceed to the next, the region of igneous rock. Okay, recall here the types of igneous rock. The first type is the extrusive rock formed on the surface. It is located outside, okay, formed on the surface like basalt and obsidian. And the second type of igneous rock is intrusive igneous rock. Intrusive igneous rock normally form underground or plutons. So based from the etymology of the name, intrusive in, nasa loob, extrusive igneous rock form on the surface. Okay? So let us have more description about extrusive rock and intrusive rock. In extrusive rock, also known as volcanic rocks, form above the ground when lava forms or explodes from volcano. Yan. So example, the basalt and the obsidian, extrusive igneous rock. And the other side in the intrusive rock, okay, also known as plutonic, underground, galing sa ilalim. So from magma. So examples, the granite and gabbro. And then the texture of igneous rock, in terms of the cooling process, in extrusive rock, it's rapid cooling. Why? Rapid cooling, it is outside, malamig, on the surface, right? So rapid cooling, it produces fine grains and small crystals. Since the cooling process is speedy, it will produce only fine grains and small crystal because in the formation of crystal, it needs heat, okay? Needs high temperature. There's associated with extrusive rock, and that is the example. In slow cooling, produces coarse grains with large crystals. This rock is associated with intrusive rock. In intrusive example, diorite. Again, it is underneath, so the process or the cooling process very slow. And it forms large crystal. Mas malaki yung crystal na na-form in the underneath or intrusive igneous rock. Okay, so let us compare intrusive and extrusive. The point of comparison, let's have the terminology. In intrusive, they are called plutonic rocks. In extrusive, they are called volcanic rocks. And in terms of location, intrusive beneath the earth. And then in extrusive, it is on the surface of the earth. In the process of formation, they are known as plutonic, underneath. And then extrusive, volcanic, okay, they are ejected by the volcano. And then origin, formed from magma. Okay? Sa loob. And then extrusive, formed from lava. Nasa labas. And then in terms of color, usually dark. Okay? Intrusive. Ito na nga, isang taon na, no? For 1 year na naka-quarantine, ganun pa rin yung kulay. So parang hindi angkop yung concept dito, no? So in intrusive rock, usually dark under yung hindi na release ng volcano. And then in extrusive rock, usually light colored. So it's different concept here. The color, intrusive, it is dark, and extrusive, it is light. In terms of density, usually dense. Intrusive, usually dense, meaning mas siksik. The density is equal to the mass divided by volume. Mas siksik ang intrusive rock compared to the extrusive rock, which is usually low density. In terms of composition, it is mafic. Anyway, this composition we'll discuss further later on. The mafic, which is made up of magnesium and iron. In extrusive rock, it is made up of felsic. Okay, the feldspar and felsic sample, feldspar. The composition, it is made up of aluminum. And the rate of cooling in intrusive, that is slow, cools slowly. In extrusive, cools quickly, nasa labas. And then the size of grains in intrusive, yung nasa loob, large and coarse grains because of the high temperature and pressure under. And then extrusive, fine, small, or no grains. Sometimes wala na kasi mabilis, okay? So there is a glassy structure or glassy nature of that kind of rock. And then in terms of the size of the rock, large crystal form in intrusive rocks and small or no crystal form in extrusive rocks kasi nga mabilis yung cooling process. Okay, so let us proceed to the example of intrusive igneous rock, the granite and diorite. Okay, look at the particles. Intrusive, medyo malalaki talaga siya, the grains. Intrusive, the gabbro and pegmatite. And then for the extrusive sample, the basalt and obsidian. Look at obsidian. Glassy siya. So, no formation of crystal in obsidian. Walang na-form na crystal. Okay? Obsidian. And next is we have rhyolite and scoria. So, in scoria, that is one of the ito rin. Wala rin siya no crystal form. And that is considered also as light extrusive igneous rock. And another, the pumice and tuff. Pumice is one of the lightest extrusive igneous rock. And the tuff, parang may clay na siya, no? So let us compare the composition of rock based on the presence of silica content. Okay, so here the composition, the classification of rock based on the composition, we have felsic, intermediate, mafic, and ultramafic. In felsic, the color is light, and it is made up of 70% silicon dioxide or the silica content. Okay, and then it is made up of, in terms of magnesium oxide, contains 0.95%, and major mineral content, it is made up of quartz and alkali feldspar. In intermediate, it is the color gray, 60% the silica content or silicon dioxide, 2.5 magnesium oxide. The biotite, it is made up of minerals, biotite, alkali feldspar. When I say alkali, those are the metal located in the group 1A, okay? The sodium, potassium, rubidium, the alkali feldspar, and the other component present in the feldspar. Next, mafic. Okay, darker than the intermediate, contains 50% silica content, and 15% magnesium oxide, pyroxene. It is made up of pyroxene, plagioclase, and feldspar. And the last one, the darkest color, it is known as the ultramafic, which consists of 40% silica content and 48% magnesium oxide, the minerals present or the pyroxene and olivine. So look at this, from 70% of silica content to 40%. So the highest is felsic. And then in terms of color, light. The more silica content, the color is lighter. And 40% silica or silicon dioxide, the color is very dark. Okay, so let's have this. There is an individual slide or slide for each type of felsic igneous rock. It is a very high silica content, 65% of silicon dioxide, and sample the granite and rhyolite. Their density is very low and they have light color. That is felsic. And then for the high silica content, okay lang kayo dyan? Yes, shout out. Grade 11 Helium of Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School. Tapusin ko lang to, babalikan ko kayo. So in intermediate, um, 53, about 53 to 65% of silicon dioxide. Okay, the silica content. And their color is gray, their density is intermediate. The examples are diorite, that is the diorite, and the other one is andesite. Next, in terms of mafic, they have a low mafic igneous rock. They have low silica content, around 45 to 52% of silicon dioxide. Their density is high. They are composed of pyroxene, calcium, rich flagellate, feldspar. Examples of this are gabbro and basalt. Yan. 45 to 52%. Again, yung lowest silica content. The lowest silica content is the ultramafic rather. They have a very low silica content, 45% of silicon dioxide. So sample of ultramafic, the peridotite and dunite. So its color ranges to black to olive green. So the density is very high. Okay, so let us now answer this table. Given are the different examples of igneous rocks. Supply the missing information to complete the table below. So write the number of your answer, 1 and 2. By the way, in the first column, that is the type of rock. The type of igneous rock, we have the intrusive or extrusive. You know the difference between intrusive and extrusive, right? The form the formation is from magma or from lava. The cooling process, is it fast or slow? And the crystal size, is it small, large, or no crystal? So in number 1, your keyword here is extrusive. Since it is extrusive, what is the molten rock from? Is it the magma or lava? Okay, your answer, Hamero, your answer is lava. You're right. Thank you, Maya Nicole. And then how about in number 2? According to Mark, Alea Chavez, lava. And then Maya Nicole. Okay, ang bilis. So wait lang. For number 2, fast. Okay, fast. That is fast. Your clue there is extrusive. So let us proceed to the next. Next type of rock, gabbro. So what is your guide here? The cooling rate, fast or slow? If the cooling rate is slow, what is the type of rock? This is number 3. And there is a formation of large crystal. So is it from magma or lava? So you have already the guide. The given answer for cooling rate or the characteristic in terms of the cooling process is slow. So what is number 3? In number 3, that is intrusive. Okay? For number 3, you are right. Intrusive. Mark Hill Hamero. Thank you, Mark Hill. And then how about for number 4? Form from magma or lava. Since that is intrusive. Pag intrusive, automatic, Jaya Ocho Maligon, that is magma. Okay? You're right. So let us proceed to number 5 and 6. So the type of rock, granite. The granite, it is intrusive. So if it is intrusive, magma or lava, number 5. For number 5 and number 6 is the Larbs or no crystal. For number 5, it's lava according to Lambajo. Okay, it is magma. And then continuation for number 6. So if that is magma and the cooling rate is low, so what is the crystal size? How do you describe the crystal size? Number 6, larbs. Okay, you are right, Nicole. Okay, Hamero, you're right, and Marilu. So proceed to the next. Okay, the other type of rock, the types of igneous rock, intrusive and extrusive. 7. And then in number 8, is it fast or slow? Since it is, formed from lava and no crystal, automatic that is extrusive. And then the cooling rate is fast. And number 9, okay? So, hopefully, nasusundan pa rin. Okay, for number 9, the types of igneous rock, intrusive or extrusive. What will be your guide? Form from lava. Okay, cooling rate, it's fast. So, automatic, that is extrusive. Number 9. And then for number 10, obsidian. So, meron na tayong sample kanina and that is glassy, right? So, no crystals form. And the last one, okay, let's have the assessment. Which of the following are the processes in the formation of igneous rock? Is it sedimentation, recrystallization, solidification, and crystallization, solidification, and recrystallization? Okay, shout out para kay Ma'am Crecil Magbungtong. Na lumampas na. Magbutong, grade 11, Helium Daniel Aguinaldo National High School. And Humes 11 Gonzalez of Noveliches High School. Okay,
Wow,
so
nanonood ng mga
what is your
taga-Nova.
answer?
What's
Oh,
the answer
meron
for number
the
1?
answer is letter C. You are
All
right,
right.
Alea. And the last one, how does the amount of silica affect the color of igneous rock? It has no effect at all. It doesn't matter what the color is. The lesser the silica, the lighter the color is. The more the silica, the lighter the color is. So what is your answer? The amount of silica, how it affects the silica, the color of the igneous
Siyempre,
rock.
letter C lang yan, Tutor Jules, or letter D, no? Kasi the silica,
Okay, it's letter
napindot.
D. The more the silica, the
The
lighter the
lighter the color
color
is.
is.
Ayan. So, tama
Okay,
naman ang kanilang mga
and
sagot.
yes
And
po,
finally,
letter D,
let's proceed.
Alea.
Let's proceed with our hashtag Be Inspired, hashtag Be Blessed segment no, before we let you go. So we have an advice, different advice from a rock. So sabi ng rock dito, start each day with a clean slate. Of course, every time na sabi nga, di ba, every gising is a blessing. So we'll start our day with a prayer. And of course, let's leave our worries behind. Bahala na si Lord. And of course, we do our part as well. Next advice would be, try your hardest. Parang mga bato, no, matitibay, matatatag. So we have to do our best to we always try our hardest, our best. And of course, according to this rock, dapat daw tayo ay laging humble lang. So we have to stay grounded. Next is be well-rounded, no? So kung saan tayo mag-shine, huwag tayong mahiya na ipakita yung mga talento natin at saka mga skills, lalong-lalo na mga senior high school learners because you are being prepared for real life, lalong-lalo na sa college. And then finally, the last tip, meron pa ba, Tutor Jules? Ang last na tip, ayan. So, leave everything in balance. So, dapat binabalanse natin social media life, kung may boyfriend ka man or girlfriend ka ngayon. So, dapat balance yan, of course. Ang top priority mo ngayon is, of course, ang iyong pag-aaral. So, yan ang ating mga advice from a rock. Start each day with a clean slate. Try your hardest. Stay grounded. Be well-rounded and live in balance.